Hello guys and welcome back to a new Destiny 1 quick tutorial. Today I just wanted to make this quick video because I just made a loot chart for all the loot that you can obtain from the skeleton chests in the Siva Strike Crisis playlist. Since I've seen there's many people that are kind of confused on how to obtain things like Thread Upon Stars or the Magaloop or just like a specific piece of armor that they are confused if they either need to play like specific type of strike or if it's just like a random drop from the bosses or what they need to do. So that's why I bring you guys this video. So let's just begin. How do we obtain this special quote-unquote loot? So first of all, we have to play a specific playlist, which I'll show you. If we go to the main menu, we go to set destination. Right here you will find a playlist that it's called the Siva Crisis Heroic. It's level 42 and recommended light it's 350. And when you play this playlist, the difference between this one and let's say the normal Vanguard playlist is that first of all it would have a different kind of strikes. All of them would be strikes that it's already in the game, but they've been reworked to include the Siva. And for two, they have modifiers like the type of modifiers that we have on the nightfalls, for example. Like here, it would be the same, but for the normal Siva Crisis Heroic, right? So for example, in this week, we have exposure, guardian shields are increased but do not replenish. We have specialist, special weapon damage is favored. We have arc burn, arc damage from any source is greatly increased, and heroic, and that's a mod that it's always present. So yeah. And yeah, it's just normal strikes, but with the Siva version, and they have the special addition that at the end of the strike there will be a chest. You will see some footage on screen right now on how that chest looks. So every time you kill a boss in one of these strikes, this chest will appear, but you cannot open it if you do not have something called the skeleton key. This is the one. Skeleton key, they're limited to 5 per stack, so you can only have 5 per and this dropped randomly by playing the Siva Crisis playlist, which is this one, right? So if you don't have this key, you cannot open the skeleton chest. Now, this skeleton chest has the possibility to drop a specific loot according to the strike that you're playing. So let's say if you're playing the Undying Mind, there's only 2 possibilities of type of loot that you can get from that chest. It's not that you can get any purple weapon or any purple armor piece. No, it's strike specific. So now that we understand how does this work and how to obtain this strike specific loot, let's take a look to the chart that I just made. There we go. So as you can see right here, first we have the loot table, all the loot that we can obtain from this special strike playlist. It's right here, and of course the link to this chart will be in the description, so you can take a look or do whatever you want with this playlist. I mean, not playlist, chart. So let's begin. We have 4 or 5 sections, 6 sections. We have primary, special, heavy, helmet, gauntlet, and class items. So let's begin with primary. For this playlist, we only have 4 different type of weapons that we can obtain from playing this playlist and opening the skeleton chest. The first one would be the Wrath of Malok, which would be a pulse rifle. The second one would be the Does Not Bow, that's an auto rifle. Then we have the Magaloop, the hand cannon, and Tread Upon Stars. It's included with links to Destiny Wiki, so you can see the type of perks that you can obtain, and you can see a little image of what the weapon looks like, right? It's just like helps like a visual if you want to know or not too sure what type of weapon it is, right? And then for special, we have the Devil's Dawn, that's a sniper rifle, and then we have the Stolen Will, that's a shotgun, and the Dark Blade Spide, that's a fusion rifle. Then for heavy, we only have 1 gun, which is the Baron's Ambition, it's a machine gun. For helmet, we have 1 for the Hunter, which is the Hood of Malok, Then we have one for the Warlock, the Warrior Maw, and one for the Titan, Darkblade Helm. Then we have for Gauntlet, we have Mongrel Ogre's Grasps, which is pretty cool, that's for the Hunter. Then we have the Warlocks, which I don't know how to say this, but Theosion by Bryce Sarah. That's for the Warlock. And then for the Titan we have the Maulers, which is the Shield Brothers arms. They're kind of cool. And then last but not least we have the class items. We can get 2 for each class. So for Hunter we have Cloak of Tenix and the Arc Flare Mantle, which is pretty cool. Then we have for Warlock the Sepiks Deposed Bond and the Obnigal Bond. And then for Titan we have the Anathema Cannon Mark and the Mark of the Undying Mind. And that's pretty much it. All this loot that you can see right here, it's all the possible loot that you can obtain from these strikes. There's nothing else. Like nothing else can drop from the skeleton chest. It's just limited to these pieces. Now, not all the strikes can drop all of the items, right? So there's specific strikes that, for example, cannot drop the Imago Loop or cannot drop the Baron's Ambition. And that's when the second chart comes in hand, which is the strikes chart. Okay, so same thing as before, it's divided in 6, primary, special, heavy, helmet, gauntlet, and class. And it's also divided by strikes. So we have in green all the earth strikes, in blue all the moon strikes, in orange all the Venus strikes, in red all the Mars strikes, and in brown all the Dreadnought strikes. It also comes included with links to Destinypedia for you to, if you're not too familiar with the strikes, you kinda can come and see like, oh, okay, it's that strike, you know. If you're not familiar to, I don't know, the Abomination Heist, you come here, it's like, oh, okay, it's the big ass thing strike, right? Again, just like a reference. And then with this strike, if let's say you were interested into getting the Devil Dawn sniper, and then you can come to here, and then you can come to the special section and look for Devil's Dawn. So we have 1, 2, 3, I think that's it. 3 strikes that can drop, and that would be Sepiks, that would be the Wretched Eye, and that would be the Abomination Heist, right? Or let's say that you were interested in getting the Tread Upon Stars, because it's a very popular weapon that a lot of people want to get. You come to primary and you look for it, and we have 3 strikes that can drop the treads, which is the Shield Brothers, we have Cerberus Bay 3, and the Dust Palace, right? Now, as you can see right here, let me just make it a little bit smaller so you can have a better look, or even smaller. If you cannot see very well, you can just go to the link and take a look by yourself. For example, Sepiks has the chance to drop 2 things, which is the special weapon, the Sniper Devil's Dawn, and the class item for the Warlock, which is the Sepiks Deposed Bond, right? So you have a 50-50 chance when you open your skeleton chest in this strike that you get either the Sniper or the Warlock class item. Let's say now for Cerberus Bay 3, as you can see, it can only drop a single thing, which is the Tread Upon Stars Scout Rifle. So every time you open a chest in that strike, you will only get the Tread Upon Stars. You cannot get anything else, which is great because this is a very popular weapon. And for example, if you were farming for for Tread Upon Stars, you know that you shouldn't waste your skeleton keys in any other strike but Cerberus Bay 3, because for example, we know that the Dust Palace also can drop the Tread Upon Stars, but take a look and be careful because it can also drop the Arc Flare Mantle. So every time you open a chest, it's not a 100% chance that you can get a tread, it's a 50-50 between the treads and the Arc Flare Mantle, right? So that's why you only want to use your skeleton keys in the Cerberus Bay 3, right? And for the rest, I think that a lot of people like the Imago Loop, especially if they don't have the what's the name of this hand cannon? I totally forgot. Well, the one from Atheon. I totally forgot the name. I'm so sorry, but this is very popular. I wouldn't invest a lot of time because it's way easier to get it from the Vault of Glass. Fatebringer, holy moly. It's easier to get it from the Vault of Glass than actually farming the strikes to get a God Roll Imago Loop. But if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. But now you know that every time that you see Echo Chamber or the Undying Mind, you can go ahead and open your chest, because that's where you have the chance to obtain it. It's a 50-50 chance in case of the Undying Mind. You can get also the Mark of the Undying Mind, and in case of the Echo Chamber, you can also get the Warlock Theocy of Rarfrafra. I've heard that the Echo Chamber has a higher probability to get the Mago. I haven't tested that so far, but I mean, sure, go ahead, do that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So again, anything that you're interested in, whatever piece of armor or weapon that you're interested, you can go back to the strikes, look for the heavy, and then you can know that you can open the chest in Fallen Saber and in the Shadow Thief Moon. And that's pretty much it. So again, the link to this chart will be in the description, so you can take a better look to it and do whatever you want with it. And yeah, so I hope you find this video useful. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and share this video with more Guardians. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next one.